Yo, honestly, I didn't even think I was going to be talking to y'all today. But I sat down in my chair today. I looked over, I saw my camera, and I was like, dang, I got to update y'all on the ZVE1. So when I'm talking about update, you guys, I'm not talking about the specs and all this about the camera. No, I'm talking about how the camera has done performing wise for me and how I actually use the ZVE1 day to day. So like I did my FX3, I gave the update on my FX3. Now's the time to give y'all the update on the ZVE1. Let me see, when did I get this camera? Well, I want to say a month, maybe. Oh wow, it's only, so I got this camera 2 weeks ago. Honestly, it feels like a month because I use this camera right now more than my FX3 because I've been shooting a lot of vlogs and I've been shooting a lot of shorts and reels. I was really trying to get familiar with my ZVE1 to see how it shoots and how I like it. Hands down, I'm not gonna cap. I like the ZVE1 maybe just as much as I like my FX3. You know how I rave about the FX3. I talk about it all the time. I say how much I love it. The ZVE1 comes in a close second. Now, mind you, the FX3 is a cinema line camera. The ZVE1 is not. But the quality, the picture quality of the ZVE1, sometimes I look at I'm looking at them like, is that better than my FX3? Sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being biased. Maybe that's just really how I feel. But the image quality is crystal clear. There's no disappointment in that at all for me. When we're talking about battery life, it's pretty sustainable. Probably lasts me about, if I'm shooting constantly like all day, let me go to a video shoot or let me go vlog, it's gonna last me the whole vlog. Even if I'm shooting for 5 hours out the whole day, I only need one battery. But I'm never constantly shooting like straight. What the hell going on there? I'm never constantly shooting straight all the time. So it's not like my battery is constantly getting used. But I actually did take it to a comedy show. Matter of fact, this is actually a great example of one thing that I believe is probably the only problem I could find. And that was when I was shooting straight. We're shooting the comedy show for about 2 hours straight. So I don't have like an extended battery on my camera. So I usually plug them in. I need to get one, but I just plug them in. For the ZVE1, it's not that the battery wouldn't last, it's that it overheated. So when it comes to overheating, that is the one main issue that I can see. Only if you're continuously shooting, because if you're like vlogging, you know, you shoot, you cut, do your thing, shoot, cut. But some people also like to vlog and shoot everything constantly, and that's cool. But keep in mind that would be a problem for the ZVE1 when it comes to just continuously shooting. That's a flaw for it. I like how small it is when I'm pause. Oh, did he? Cause I like to use this. I like to use the Ulanzi tripod. It's like a little handheld tripod. I use that on the ZVE1. It's small, compact. I don't have any problems. I shot a toy drive with it fully through. I used my FX3 and I used my ZVE1. And I vlogged on the ZVE1 and then I used my FX3 for the actual footage. No overheat, no camera dying. I didn't bring any extra battery because I guess I had a little more confidence than I should. But you know, fuck it. Let's talk about the sound quality. So the sound on it is actually pretty good. So if you ever get this camera, they send you a little microphone with it as well. So with the microphone, the noise cancellation, that's really good. The wind, you don't hear much wind. It's very little. But I find when I'm like, if I'm facing this way and I'm recording, talking, in the beginning, only in the beginning, it sounds a little like distorted. But after that, it comes back to regular. So I think it just needs to adjust from maybe whipping the camera back and forth. But the mic is good for when it's like windy or a lot of noise in the background. With the mic off, it sounds incredible. There's none of that delay distortion. It's pretty fluent. So I like the sound on that. When it compares to the FX3, honestly, I don't know which one's better. They both produce very good sound quality, and that works out for me. Let's talk about the buttons real quick. The setup for how you turn it on and turn it off, very fluent, nice and easy to click on, easy to click off. And I also like the record button. It's on top, but the only down part is it doesn't have a front record button like my FX3, which is okay. And it's a smaller camera. I'm not complaining. Also, the clicker on top from switching from photo to video, I like it because it's much quicker. If I want to get this shot real quick, switch over. Because the FX3, I have to go into the menu and then switch over. Unless I change it, but I don't really want to. But this one has a preset button to do it for you. So I don't really take much pictures, but when I do, actually I took one of my dog and it came out amazing. Check it out. The colors came out crazy. You can see the purple. You can actually see the shine on his eye. Like, it's actually pretty crazy. Maybe it's also the G Master lens. I don't know. So another issue I thought of with the ZVE1 is the focus, the autofocus. If say I have a person in the camera with me and we're doing a shot, I noticed that it's hard for the camera to focus on both people at the same time. Because I remember in the casino vlog, I was filming on the car and I noticed that I was the primary focus, but Carl was in the background and he couldn't see Carl. And it was like going in and out to me and in and out to Carl. So my FX3 face tracks, I don't know how it face tracks both, but I didn't know that was a thing in the camera. My FX3, I never had a problem with my FX3 catching everybody in frame. Maybe I have to change something in the settings with the ZVE one. I actually might have to look into that because I do notice a green box always pops up to focus on the face. My FX3 doesn't do that. So maybe I have to actually turn something off. If y'all know, let me know in the comments. Overall, I'm overly satisfied with my purchase on the ZVE one. Definitely worth the switch out coming from my A7R2. Much worth it. And I honestly didn't think I'll be able to use both cameras as much as I do, but I use them simultaneously like often. I guess that works out in my part. But keep those things in mind if you guys decide to buy the ZVE one. The focus and overheating. Those are the only two issues that I have accounted for, but make sure you guys keep those in mind. Other than that, it's a phenomenal camera, amazing quality, highly recommend. I give it probably like a 4.5 out of, no, I'll probably give it like a 4.3 out of 5 star. But I had to sit down and talk to y'all real quick because, you know, it's been a while since we had a nice chat about cameras and stuff. So I thought it'd be nice of me to update y'all with the ZVE one if y'all want to potentially cop one. If not, check out something else. Just not Nikon. Who said that?